Hello everyone and welcome to Our Ventura. I'm Sandra Sepak, your host today, and our guest on the program is Pat Esseff. She is with Catholic Charities of Ventura County. She is the program director. Thank you so much for joining us today on the show. Pat, I want to talk a little bit about the overview of Catholic Charities here in Ventura County. Maybe you can give us a little bit of an information capsule version of it.
Sure. We came to Ventura County in 1926, and the reason we came is because of the need that existed within Ventura. This was our first office in Ventura. And we have community service centers in Oxnard, Ventura, and Moore Park. And the community service centers, their whole job is safety net services. So food, clothing, shelter, those are our primary focuses. And the other big area for us is working with seniors, and the purpose of working with seniors is how can we help people stay in their home as long as possible safely. They call it aging in place. So think of your third grade teacher, think of all those people who now they're much more isolated, and with a little bit of assistance they are able to stay safely in their homes, and that's our OASIS program.
And how long has the organization been in existence?
Catholic Charities is actually throughout the United States. In Los Angeles, it was 1919 that it started.
Okay. Now, with all the different locations you have different things at different locations. You have a food pantry, you have utility assistance, that type of thing. Let's talk about some of those assisted programs.
Okay. One of our primary is certainly our food pantries. We have 4 food pantries throughout the county.
Okay.
Food pantries are designed to address food insecurity. So what we're trying to do is help people have enough food so that their families, that they themselves receive nourishing, good, solid food. It's kind of embarrassing that in Ventura County we have people who are hungry, but we do. And we have children who are hungry. And so the safety net part of that is to provide the food they need to stay healthy and well nourished.
Now, if they come to the food pantry, how often may they come and pick up food that they need?
Well, because it's supplemental food, we provide as many basics as possible. So each one of the centers has there's a little bit of difference depending on the amount of food product they receive. So for instance, in Moore Park, you might be able to come 4 times a month, where in Ventura, it might be 1 time for pantry and emergency food. The goal is to provide people with enough food to carry them over for 5 to 7 days.
Very good.
So
that is important.
Yeah.
And the service is absolutely free.
Correct.
There's no donation required or anything like that.
Correct. And Sandra, it's amazing how many people come together to make the service available.
I would imagine you rely very heavily on volunteers.
We do. Somebody has to pack the truck, drive the truck, unpack the truck, set up the pantry, meet with the clients, really, and converse. What is it that does your family they prefer canned beans? Would you prefer to cook them rice? So there's that element of client choice is really important too. Because you know what your family likes and will eat.
Right, and I think that's important that the volunteers can pack the groceries they need or the goods that they need for the families that come in, and make them feel like this is something that will help them down the road. Now, I know it says Catholic Charities. Let's talk about that real quickly. Do you have to be Catholic? I would imagine you don't have to be, but let's just clarify that.
That's whoever walks through our doors. Whomever walks through our doors, that's the person that we respond to the best of our ability. Now, suppose they come in with a question or a situation that's not our area of specialty. We're not a job, we're not an employment agency, so the best we might be able to do is help them find a resource to address the need. But people are not turned away. It's need-based.
So if a family or an individual comes to your organization, they can get some help, of course, through the food pantry or through other assistance programs that you have. But you're not a job placement service or anything like that.
We
but
don't
you
do
can
psychological counseling.
Yeah, but there are resources that you can help people.
Exactly.
Okay, good. Okay.
Information referral is a big part of our job.
Right. And what about volunteers? I know I mentioned that just quickly here, but let's talk about the need for volunteers, because this is an organization that really could use many, many people across the board. So let's talk about the need for that.
Okay, favorite subject.
Yep.
We are volunteer-based.
Okay.
We have one paid, part-time paid staff person in the pantry in Ventura.
Okay.
We probably have 30 volunteers who help make that pantry, allow and support that pantry service every week.
Okay.
And it's a cross-section of volunteers with a cross-section of skills and interests. And we figure out a way to use all of that talent and skill to be of service to the community. Some are more public than others, whether you're inputting data or interfacing with the client.
Okay.
All of those jobs are critical to make this kind of service available.
Is there an age range of volunteers? Do you have to be a certain age to come in?
It helps if you can drive. So you can get there. But we have lots of teenagers, particularly in the summer, who help us do our work.
Good. Okay. Money from donors, grants, individuals, where does the money come from that sustains Catholic Charities?
Okay, a cross-section.
Okay.
We have some government grants.
Okay.
We work with some foundations, but the most of our funding, the most of our funding comes from donors, individual donors throughout the county. And the nice part is if you donate to Catholic Charities in Ventura, the money stays in Ventura.
Which is extremely critical.
It is, because you're taking care of your own neighbors.
Right.
You're helping your neighbors. Poverty is tricky. Poverty is complicated because I might have a nice house, but if my job's been downsized, I have a nice house but not much money.
Right.
So suddenly groceries or utilities or even rent becomes a crisis.
It does, especially if you have a family.
Right, and so poverty comes in many, many faces, and there are myths attached to it. And the smallest portion of the people we serve are the sign holders. That's not our population.
Okay.
It's mostly families, working families.
So many of the ways you can donate are through monetary terms or coming in to volunteer.
Correct.
That makes a big difference to your organization.
Those would be the primary, and also helping people understand who we are and what we do.
Okay.
So we're trying to get into the 21st century. Our website will be up and alive soon. And
if folks want to volunteer, is there a phone number you can give right now?
sure, I can give them mine. But the thing is, give me a little bit of time to get back.
That's right.
It's 643-4784.
Okay.
And when I'm here with you, I'm not at my office. So
Okay.
I do.
That's
Sometimes
good. At
I
least
have to
we
call
have
back.
a number to give the folks if they're interested to volunteer. Let's talk about some of the upcoming fundraising events that you may have for the organization that are really, those are very important too.
They are very, very important. Our very next one is our Partners in Service dinner. And that is an opportunity for us to honor people who are helping throughout the whole county. Now it's parish-based, and so the people who are doing incredible work in that little corner, they're recognized and honored. So that's our Partners in Service, and that's about 3 weeks away.
Okay.
We have a St. Patrick's Day dance coming up, and that's just pure fun. And Irish stew, the Irish dancers, the beer is not green. But and all of those funds will help our Ventura Center purchase food. We have Angels in Charity Luncheon, which will be at the Sataquai Country Club, and we have beautiful speakers. It's a wonderful event, but that's for women. It's a women's event. So. And that's I believe April.
Okay. And can we just touch on, I know that you mentioned something about the Ventura Food Pantry. Was there a remodel project?
Yes.
Something to do with that now? Can we just touch on that really quick?
It's called Happy Chaos.
Oh, okay.
And this project, it's something we've wanted to do for a long time. Our pantry is currently in the corner, in the dark, in the back of our building.
Oh, okay.
You know, and so with the help of a lot of people, whether it be Harv Champlin across the street from us, a local businessman, or the CBs have donated hundreds of hours. Lowe's Heroes, right on Mills, they have donated hundreds of hours to scrape, paint, tile, change walls. We're kind of stuck because we ran out of money. So we're kind of slowing it down so we can get some more money from this. But the pantry will be in the front of the building, and it will be better efficiency-wise. It'll be better for the neighborhood. And I'm really pleased that we're able to do this, and now that's why Rick Rain, our pantry coordinator, has been a critical part of making that happen.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, that's very important.
So we're excited.
Now, let's give the address for folks in case they are not familiar. The address of Catholic Charities in Ventura is located.
We're located on the avenue, which is 303 Ventura Avenue, right on the corner of Park Row.
Okay, terrific.
And Ventura Avenue.
And that's important. So if people want to stop in, are there hours that you are open, certain days of the week?
Our pantry hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays. We have our pro bono attorney on Fridays. Utility assistance is Thursdays and Fridays. Rental assistance, because that's a significant amount of money, is highly funding dependent. So that we don't have scheduled right now.
Okay. And also, I understand you're getting Facebook now too. So that'll be good if people like your organization. They can like you on Facebook as well.
Yes, Facebook is alive.
And
it's Catholic Charities Ventura County, and it shows a lot of the things that are coming up and some of the activities that are happening there.
Okay. And I know you've been with the organization quite a while now. You've made such an impact on being a program director there. How long have you been with the organization?
I've been with the Catholic Charities 15 years. It is an incredible job because when you're a program director, you deal with a lot more administration and management, but because we are short-staffed, I often end up working with clients or families, and which is great because it reminds you, why are you doing all this paperwork? You know, so my job has a great balance between the two aspects of who we are. But
that's very inspiring for young people who want to come in and volunteer. They can see the work that you're doing as well. And you've been there now several years, so you are making a difference for Catholic Charities here in Ventura County. We're very proud of that too.
Thank you.
Let's mention the phone number one more time for folks who are interested in getting in touch with all of you there.
The best one to call right now is 643-4784. And that would be my phone.
Good. Okay, terrific. Well, thank you, Pat, so much for joining us on Our Ventura today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. And thank all of you for joining us on the program today. I'm Sandra Seepak. We'll see you next time.